What's good? It's your girl named Lex. Today, I'm collabing with one of the most well-known singers here in SL. She was a part of the first season of Viral Voice. Her enchanting vocals have gained followers all around the world. Here to brace us with her amazing presence, give it up for Wolfie Starfire!
Hey Lux, thank you so much for having me here today. It's an honor to be on your show.
Yeah, it's really awesome to have you here. How are you doing?
I'm great, just trying to survive the COVID apocalypse and all that.
Yeah, tell me about it. So, Wolfie here was a past contestant in season 1 of The Viral Voice. She was one of the top finalists last season. I just want to take a moment to talk about that. What was that experience like for you to be a part of The Viral Voice?
The Viral Voice was something I had actually never experienced before in Second Life. So I had been in a competition before called the Second Life's Got Talent, but the Viral Voice was a unique experience because not only did it focus on your vocals, you had to focus on your performance ability and even your set building skills. And knowing me, I actually didn't have any set building skills at all. So I was going in it blind, but what was really cool is it ended up being a really challenging yet rewarding experience.
Awesome. Do you have any advice you can give the other contestants for season 2?
If I were to give advice to the next season, I would say don't take it too seriously. It's easy to get wrapped up in the competition and to worry about it, but just to remember it's just a game, it's just for fun, and to go in it with your best foot forward and to do the best that you can.
I completely agree. I just want to say that it's really great to be sitting here talking with someone who knows what it's like to be a part of The Viral Voice. You really did amazing on your performances. My favorite was Edge of Glory.
Thank you. That's actually probably one of my favorites as well because I got to work with some amazing background dancers and I love that set too. I think it was definitely my favorite.
When did you first join the Second Life community?
I joined about 6 years ago. I think I joined about 6 years ago, mostly just hanging out in Second Life, not doing what I'm doing today, that's for sure.
If anything, I feel like the community has grown because of the whole COVID situation.
Oh, completely. I feel like being on the virtual world has become even more important, and bringing people together in a virtual setting has helped a lot of people cope with what's going on in the real world.
So just out of curiosity, how did you start singing in Second Life?
So in Second Life, I started singing, mostly doing open mics. I started hanging out at different venues, finding my home, all that. And one day when I was doing an open mic, they're like, hey, do you know there's a community of musicians and singers that actually perform and make money here in Second Life? And I was like, oh, there's no way. There's no way. That's not a thing. And next thing you know, they introduced me to this wonderful world of singers, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to try this. So I tried it on my own for a little bit, and then I got picked up by a wonderful management company, actually. So now I'm still doing what I'm doing, which is singing.
Oh, wow. How long were you with that agency for?
So I was with an agency called KMG, also known as Key West Management, and I was with them for about 3 wonderful years.
Wow, that's a long time. Why did you decide to leave?
With KMG, I actually didn't technically quit. So the company decided that it had had a very long running in the management company and decided that maybe it was time to no longer do what they're doing. And it was really bittersweet to hear because it was, they're my family and I love them to death. And I immediately entered into panic mode for sure because I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I don't have my management team. I've had them for 3 years. And then I made the decision, okay, well, I don't know if I can have that same experience with another management company, so I'm gonna go solo. So that's the first decision I made when I found out. They made sure that we had plenty of time before they were going to close their doors. So we had about 2 weeks notice, which is very generous, and they've been nothing but professional during this whole thing.
So Wolfie here has started her own talent agency called Shooting Stars Management. What inspired you to take on such a big task running your own agency?
So at first I thought I was just going to manage myself and see how that went. But then I got some encouragement from a few of my friends and my KMG family members. And they're like, hey, you're good, you're organized. And there's this girl that could really use a management company she trusts. And you've been mentoring her for quite some time. Have you given it some thought to create a management? And I was like, no. But then I was like, oh, wait a second. There's something here. And also, this girl is so freaking talented, and I'll go into detail about her later. But I decided, why not? I'm going to make a management company and help support this girl. And so I got inspired to create this name because my name's Wolfie Starfire. I was like, oh, stars, shooting stars. So I just tried to play off of that. So that's kind of how Shooting Stars kind of came to be. It was a complete accident, and just like, you know what? Why not? Let's give it a shot.
And August 15th, tell us what's happening on August 15th.
So on August 15th, Key West will officially be disbanded, and that is when I am starting up this company. So I'm opening it up to venues to contact not only me, but a few other people in my team in order to hire me or hire V to perform at their venues.
So is it just you running this company, or are there others behind the screen also?
Oh my gosh, I don't know what I would have done without the people that are behind me right now. So I have a lovely lady by the name of Zenny who came with me. She actually used to work for KMG as well. And she is super organized, and also in the real life was a secretary, is now retired. So I am so lucky to have her in my arsenal of workers. And I have some awesome, lovely ladies that are helping me out as a host for not only my show, but these shows as well. So it's with the help of Zenny and the help of these hosts that everything is being put together, as well as also Liz. The wonderful Liz, who was part of the bones of Key West, is coming to help me with notices and stuff on Facebook, which, because knowing me, I am not good at Photoshop or anything. She's a master, so she's helping me with that aspect as well. So it's a very nice, simple team that's helping me behind Shooting Stars.
That is really great to hear. Are you currently accepting applicants for this agency right now?
Applicants as in like singers?
Yes.
Well, don't get me wrong, I do hope in the future to grow. But for right now, because I haven't managed anyone before, I figured I would start with just one to see how well I can handle it, and so that I can make sure that I give her my full attention. But if there are any applicants out there that would like to join Shooting Stars in the future, I would probably wait about 4 to 6 months before I'm able to take on another singer. I know that sounds like a while, but it's kind of like I want to make a pact with myself to make sure I'm able to handle that much responsibility for that amount of time.
I really respect that. So tell us about this one amazing lady on your talent roster by the name of Vjoy. Vjoy?
Yes, Vjoy. So it's okay. When I first met her, I actually said Vjoy as well. And she's like, oh no, it is Vjoy. She is an absolute powerhouse sweetheart.
There's an emptiness. Ooh, I hope you dancing in the sky, and I hope you sing.
So she is reigning all the way over from the Philippines.
Wow.
And she's this remarkable lady that joined KMG for just about a month before they were shutting their doors. And she met all of us a part of KMG, and we were just blown away by this talent. And Parker was like, hey, she's new. Would you like to help mentor her? And I was like, sure. So I mentored her, just giving her suggestions and how to handle a world of Second Life and all that and performing. And she was doing pretty well, still doing pretty well on her own, especially just starting out too. Then Parker again came up to me and was like, hey, you should take VJoy to Shooting Stars. And I was like, you know what? You're right. This talent is amazing and I don't want it to be squashed out just because KMG is disappearing. So I was like, you know what? Yes, I shall take her on.
So I'm dying to know personally, when and where is her next performance?
So her next performance is actually for a charity this weekend on Sunday for the Second Life Cancer Society, which is raising money for American Cancer Society. And that'll be going on at 6 p.m. SL time. And so please, not only are you supporting VJoy as a singer and checking her out, you'll also be helping this wonderful charity event. So please, if you can, come check her out this Sunday, 6 p.m. at American Cancer Society's event.
Great, so if you're more curious, I've put links in the description. Be sure to check that out. Also, we're gonna get a little more personal. So, Wolfie, do you have a special person in your life right now?
Well, dating in the whole COVID apocalypse is kind of hard right now. But, I'm always open to dating virtually.
Would you ever consider dating a fan?
Normally, I would say yeah. Or I would say no, I meant. So normally I'd say no just because of that interesting dynamic. But I wouldn't say never. I don't know if something could blossom from that, but there's always that possibility.
So what are you looking for in a potential partner then?
In a person particularly, I'd say I want someone to make me laugh. I want someone that's okay with my work schedule, because knowing me, I'll be super busy nowadays. Also, I wouldn't mind if they were a little nerdy like me.
Okay, enough with heavy. So I heard from a little birdie that you will be performing at the Eclipse Music Festival on September 12th.
So Ed is the wonderful mind also behind that event, and he reached out to me and was like, hey, would you be really interested in this event? And I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds like a really cool opportunity. Yes, I would. So yeah, Ed is the mind behind it that even told me about this wonderful event.
Yeah, Ed is actually my big brother in Second Life. He's also in Viral Voice too. We were in it together. It was really fun.
I love that friendly family competition. That's nice.
Well, I look forward to coming out on your performance on that day. Wolfie, thank you so much for coming out today. It really has been inspiring, and I wish you luck with your new agency.
Thank you so much, Lux, and thank you so much for having me here today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone, Wolfie Starfire! If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. Until then, it's your girl Lux. Bye! Brought to you by Shooting Stars Management, Eclipse Music Festival at Moonshadow Isle, The Viral Voice Season 2.